Hello everyone, Dan here, and welcome to Let's Play Mario Kart 64 for the Nintendo 64. Before we get into this, I just want to say I do know that there is some slight audio lag on my end. Unfortunately, I am not recording this with a actual game recording device like an Elgato or a Halpage. I'm just using OBS and OpenEMU, which is a great emulator on my Mac. The N64 core is still a little iffy, but I really wanted to get this series started, so I'm making do with what I have. Of course, if anybody does decide they wanted to donate a recording device to me that I can use with my MacBook, I will give you sponsorship credit for at least a year, but I know nobody's going to do that. So I'm just going to work with what I've got for the time being. Now, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to do a series of 12 videos where I'm going to play through the Mario Kart 64 Grand Prix mode on 50cc, 100cc, and 150cc using a different character each time. Now, for the first two, I'm just going to work my way through, but when I get to the 150cc, I want you guys in all the videos I put up in this series prior to that to tell me which characters you want to see me use for which cups on the 150cc. This is another spot where you can kind of see the downside of using the emulator. You can see that they've got those speed eyes going. So I think for the first video, I want to do something fun. Let me see. Who do I want to do here? I want to do someone fun. I think I'll do Bowser for the first video. Bowser's fun. Bowser's big, but Bowser's kind of fun. And I think we're going to do... Yeah, let's do the special cup for our first one, because I really enjoy the Rainbow Road course. I had originally wanted to use Donkey Kong for this one because of the Donkey Kong level that's here, but I think this will work out. Again, I apologize for the audio or visual lag you may or may not see on the game. Yeah, that's something that's out of my control for the time being, but hopefully that is something that I will have the money to straighten out soon. This game is actually a game that I used to play a lot when I was growing up. This isn't a new game to me. I've logged an insane amount of hours playing Mario Kart 64, even in my recent years. I really enjoy Mario Kart 8 and Nintendo Wii U, which really brought some fun additions to the series. Hover wheels and the worst stuff. And one day I would love to play that game and do some races for that. Because what I really enjoyed about that game more than anything, and I honestly thought this was something I was going to hate, was the fact that they did DLC for the game. I'm not talking about a little DLC. They did two very decent-sized packs of DLC. They were very reasonably priced. They were about $8 each if you bought them individually. And the first one was called Mario Kart Plus Legend of Zelda, which opened up two new courses, or two new cups, which opened up a total of 8 new tracks. Plus, it opened up 3 new characters, one of which was Link from The Legend of Zelda, who came with the Master Cycle, the Triforce Tires, and the Hylian Glider. Plus, there was some other vehicles that were opened up as well. And then the second pack, which was just released a couple months ago, was the Animal Crossing pack. And that again opened up several new characters, including Villager and Isabella, who are from the Animal Crossing series. Animal Crossing, of course, was first released for the Nintendo GameCube. Yeah, I wasn't trying to do that. But no, Animal Crossing was originally released for the Nintendo GameCube. And that's a fun life simulation. And the Animal Crossing course that they put in Mario Kart 8 is really interesting. Because it's actually... There's 4 different versions of it. Every time you load it, it automatically loads a different season. So you might put the course on the first time and it will load winter. Next time you put it in, it might load spring. Third time you put it in, it might load summer, fall. It's just got all the seasons there. It's pretty cool. That's something I really enjoyed because it mixes up the course. It makes it different. Every time you play that course, it's just a little different because when it's winter, it's a snow-covered level. When it's autumn, you've got the dying leaves. I really thought I could pull that off. When it's spring, you've got bright colors, flowers. Alright, so we're going to get serious now because this is the last lap. And I do need to come in first place in this. I didn't mention this originally, but my goal is to come in first on all 3, my goal is to come in first on all the different levels of the game. If you guys haven't seen some of my videos, I do a series called Dan Fails At, which which is a Let's Play series. When I play old games and I fail horribly at them, I'm beginning to feel like this is an impromptu edition of that show, as opposed to a genuine gaming experience. It's funny, in my test run of this, where I actually discovered I was experiencing some lag issues with the audio, everything was running great. The audio was off, and that was setting off my OCD a little bit, but other than that, I was doing really well. I was in first place. I was pulling off all these fancy maneuvers that I've been trying to pull off. Here I am now trying to pull it off, and I'm actually doing it for you guys, and I'm sucking pretty bad. It's kind of sad. I mean, I think part of it is I'm not used to playing with this particular controller. I'm actually, like I said, I'm running this on an emulator on my Mac, which is Offical. And I'm using the Elgato with the classic controller, which is shaped like the GameCube controller. I never had Mario Kart for the GameCube, so I never really got used to controlling this game with that. Yes, first place. That's not bad. It took me about 4 minutes to get through that one. I could have done a lot worse. But that's a good start, considering it's been a while since I've actually played this game. Making progress. That gives me 9 points right there. That'll put me in first place with a total of 9 points. This really always was one of the most interesting cups. Because it's got my favorite and least favorite level all in one. My favorite level is the Rainbow Road in this game, whereas my least favorite level is this one, actually, for that exact reason. It's got that little mystery box there where it doesn't show you what position you're in, it doesn't show you who's in first, second, third, and fourth, it just shows you those little boxes until people start crossing the finish line, and then it shows you who's where. So it's really hard to figure it out. You can kind of guess where you are, but for the most part, it's pretty difficult to tell who's where when you're just playing through the game. And of course, there's sections without the guardrails where it's very... crap here. This is easily my favorite item in any Mario game, in any Mario Kart game ever. I just shrunk everybody else on the course. And incidentally, I think I might actually be in last place. Oh, not anymore. You get that. Oh, no, I'm probably still in last place. Or maybe I'm in first. No, this is not first place. This is very far from first place. Yeah, there's a little map at the bottom of the screen that you can kind of glance down at when you're driving, but it's very difficult because you don't want to mess up and go flying off the edge of the course. There's actually 3 different paths you can take in this level, at least 3 different paths that all meet at one certain point. Red turtle shell, that's a great item, that's a heat seeker. It'll seek out the nearest car and go after that. And of course, everybody knows the blue turtle shell is the first place seeker. Whoever's in first place will get hit with that one, and you are screwed if you do. The music in this one is also, in this particular course, is also interesting. It's got that very country hillbilly feel to it, which is kind of ironic considering that this game was made by the Japanese. And it's about an Italian plumber hanging out with his friends. No. Take that, Peach, take that. Right now it looks like I'm probably in 4th place. Yeah, if I had a hazard to guess, I'd say I'm in 4th right now. Which, of course, 4th place is not 3rd place. And that probably just cost me the match, or the race. Pretty sure I'm in last place now. And that's going from suck if I am, because if I come in anywhere under 4th place, if I come in 5th or worse, it makes you do the race. And I don't think anybody wants to watch me hunker down and try to do this again. But of course, I would not be surprised if I lost on this particular level. This one was always one of the most difficult courses for me to navigate through. Fifth place. That means that I am going to have to redo this course, which sucks for everybody involved. However, this time I am going to hunker down and be really serious about it. I love the music they play when you come in 5th place. It's just so dun dun dun. Alright, so like I said, this time I am really going to hunker down and take this level much more seriously, and I'll show you guys some of the other paths you can take throughout this level. Now you see, that's not good. Very annoying. I'd estimate that I'm in 2nd right about now. It's kind of nice that I lost this one the first time. I think you guys got to watch me do it twice, and I got to show you some of those alternate pathways. Of course, the commentary for this second round is a little less enjoyable, but we're gonna make it work. Incidentally, like I said earlier, I'm using an emulator for this. I'm actually playing the European version, the PAL version, because I feel like this one is just a little less glitchy than the US version. I feel like the US version is actually slightly more glitchy. The only thing I can tell you right now is I am in 1st place right now, so I need to be really careful. We're going into serious mode. What now? What now? What now? Take that! Take that, Yoshi's Valley! Take what now? See, 2nd time's the charm with that one. That's how it goes. 2nd time is the charm with that one. That gives us 18 points now, which is very good. Banshee Boardwalk. This is another course, never a huge fan of. This is another one that takes some very special skill to be able to navigate through. One thing I am learning is that even with the delayed audio, I'm kind of learning how to pull off a little speed trick, because I generally rely on the sounds of the game for that. I'm learning to do that on a visual cue. This, of course, is a haunted boardwalk. I live in South Jersey, actually between two boardwalk towns. I'm not too far off from Atlantic City. I'm also not too far off from Ocean City, which means that there are boardwalks in the area. So this is something that's kind of near and dear to me. This level is just annoying as all hell. But surprisingly, this level is not as bad as some of the levels in the newer Mario Kart games that I've played, including 7 and 8. They have had some levels that have been a real thorn in my side. Not really sure. Can I say how long this Let's Play? I'm trying to do this one a bit more of a family-friendly thing. I'm pretty impressed. I haven't dropped any F-bombs yet, which is surprising because this game frustrates me sometimes and I can't help myself with the language. But like I said, I'm trying to do this one as a family-friendly one. That way you can show your kids or younger siblings who may not have been exposed to profanity yet what the Mario Kart 64 looked like. The game, of course, is available on the Wii Virtual Console if you still have a Wii lying around. It has not been released for the Wii U as of yet. However, they have started releasing N64 games for the Wii U. As far as Virtual Console is concerned, they have released Super Mario 64, Paper Mario, and Donkey Kong 64. And then there was also recently a tweet that was released that said that Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time is going to be released for the Virtual Console. Ocarina of Time, of course, is a game that I'm currently working on my 3DS. I'm working on the 3D release of it. I never had a chance to play the original N64 version, but the version on the 3DS looks beautiful. It's very enjoyable. So I've got that going for me. Of course, I don't have a capture-ready 3DS, so there's no way that I'm going to be doing any gameplay from that. However, OpenEMU does have a Nintendo DS emulator, so I can do Let's Plays of Nintendo DS games if I so choose. That blue item is a lot of fun if somebody else in the course has an item, because what that does, in addition to making you invisible, which is good for safety reasons, that also makes it so that you can steal somebody's item. You don't really know who you're stealing from, but just steals an item from somebody. First place once again. We are getting there. We are really, we're starting to get there. We are making some progress. Alright, so now we're going to go to one of my favorite courses in this game, which is Rainbow Road. And I'm really happy because the Rainbow Road from this game was redone for the Wii U version of the game, which is Mario Kart 8. And I can tell you right now, if I get a game capture device, the very first thing I'm doing is taking Link on the Master Cycle and running him through the 3D version of Rainbow Road. I mean, as cool as this one is, it looks even better on the Wii U in HD. But this is still just really great. It's got the barricades the entire way so you don't fall off. That's actually something they changed on the newer version. This one also runs in a loop on this one, and the other one it doesn't run in a loop. It's actually a segmented race on the Wii U. Nice little visual glitch. You got Chain Chomp just running through, as opposed to, you know, I love the neon signs that are in the sky. And what you can't see on the N64, but you can see on the Wii U, is that there's actually an entire city underneath of Rainbow Road. And Rainbow Road, of course, is one of the staples of the Mario Kart series from the very first game right through. I believe every single game has had a version of Rainbow Road in it, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't really played the Super Nintendo version. That's one I'm hoping to sit down and play through at some point. I never played the GameCube version. I played the Wii version once. Mainly, my experience with the series is limited to Mario Kart 64, Mario Kart 7, Mario Kart 8, and I'm sure there's going to be a Mario Kart 9 at some point, but I think that's a while off because of how awesome the DLC is. If anybody wants to play Mario Kart 8 online, just, shoot me a Nintendo ID. I'd love to race with you guys sometime. I do spend quite a bit of time online playing that game. In fact, I haven't even taken Super Smash Bros. 4 online yet, outside of once or twice on my Nintendo 3DS. But I'm hoping to take the Wii U version soon, as soon as I can get around to purchasing most of the new DLC that they put out. Of course, for that game, they did some awesome DLC. They put out Mewtwo, which I got for free because I bought both versions of the game. They also put out Ryu, Lucas. They remastered some N64 stages for the Wii U version. They put Roy out. And there's probably going to be some more DLC coming for that game. Because I think there's still like 3 more slots that people found for new characters to be added in. Plus, they have that competition that's going on. It's the suggest a character, and one character is going to make it into the game. See, the boo worked that time. I stole a banana. I also went through the chain chomp that time. That's good. You want to go through the chain chomp when you're invisible. Not when you're not invisible. When you're invisible, you don't want to go through it. When you're invisible, you want to avoid chain chomp at all costs. Now, of course, barricade or not, it is possible to go off of this course. That little trick I did there where I jumped, if you do that wrong, you can actually go off the course. Unfortunately, they did program in that little key to save you. Now, of course, next time I play through this course, it's going to be on the 100cc difficulty. And again, I am curious who you'd like to see me play through this copper on the 150cc mode with. Always fun to hear your guys' suggestions. I might run Mario the final time through this course just because it is Mario Kart. Somehow 4 characters are going to get played twice to make up for it. See, I launched that shell right off the end, and now it's going to go into the town and wreak havoc. I'm Bowser, I'm evil, that's why I do those kinds of things. Well, what can I say? You know, it'd be awesome, a game that mashes up Terminator and Bowser. Bowser would be like, Mario, I'll be back after a word from my sponsors. Now, actually, I'll explain that joke on the next episode of BetaPod, which hopefully I should be recording tomorrow afternoon. But it's the holiday this weekend, so I've kind of got to figure out when I'm going to record that. Because, of course, the Weird Science DC Comics news segment is my #1 priority, since that is the established show with the regular listeners. But I'll explain that joke in there. But I'll explain it here too, just in case you guys don't want to go check out my podcast, so that makes me sad. No, I'll explain that joke here. Basically, last night I was watching Terminator on BBC America. And it got to the scene where Arnold's in the police station. He says to the cop, I'll be back. And then he turns around and walks out, and then they go to a commercial break. So I turned to my friend who I was watching with, and I said, they probably should have just redubbed that scene so Schwarzenegger looks at the cop and goes, I'll be back. And then when he's about halfway out, stops, turns, looks at the camera and goes, after a word from our sponsors. I just thought that would have been perfect. BBC America, I don't think they always know when the best time to put commercials is, because they also put commercials right in the middle of the final fight against the Terminator when Sarah Connor's in the robot factory fighting the Terminator. So of course that was just that was an interesting experience. But maybe one day BBC America will learn where to put commercials in. One of the reasons I am so happy I am a cord cutter is I do all of my watching online. And it is time for our final lap. Right. So I didn't really think this far ahead because I didn't think that I was going to fail so bad on Yoshi the first time. So I didn't really think of anything to say during the 3rd lap of this, but I am not going to make you do this in silence. I'm going to take the time to ask you, have you played Mario Kart 64 before? Is it a game you enjoy, or is it a game you don't like all that much? If you did enjoy it, which cups were your favorite, which courses were your favorite, which characters did you used to play as? Let me know in the comments below because I love hearing what you guys like to play, and of course, give me suggestions down below for games you like to see me do Let's Plays of. Unfortunately for now, I am limited to systems that are emulatable on my computer, which sucks, but I will make do for the time being. Hopefully I will have the second episode of this Let's Play up soon. I'm hoping I'll be able to just sit down and batch record 3 episodes, just one right after the other. But you know what, that's good. Somebody finally was able to surpass me on this course, so maybe I will not come in first place in this one. But I think I should still be able to make it in first overall. And even if I don't, I still had a lot of fun reliving a childhood favorite, which really I played recently a couple of months ago on an actual Nintendo 64. Because really that's the only way to play this game. And I guess the audio delay isn't that bad when you got me talking over the game, because then at least you are hearing me speak instead of just listening to the delay. Also, I apologize for the length of this video. I will try not to come in 5th place or worse on the future episodes of this game. This is probably one of the worst times I've ever made for this course. I guess when I play just a little worse than when I'm really, really focused. But I've got to do what I've got to do. And this is Doubtfire reference, which doubles as a reference to Gandhi. I've never seen it. Never seen the movie Gandhi. Heard good things, never seen it. But I like Ben Kingsley, so I might see it. Who knows? Hello, line of bananas. You are going to be my best friend. Take that, Yoshi. Take that. That's right. Who's the stupid dinosaur? You are. You are. I'm the king. Yeah, Bowser's the king. Oh yeah, Bowser's the king. And I might actually make it. I might actually make it. Yes! First place. Didn't know if that was going to happen. Took me almost 8 minutes on this course. That was a horrible time for me, but first place. Of course, I ended this with a perfect 36, if I'm not mistaken. I believe 36 is the perfect score that you can get if you come in first on all the courses. Each time you come in first, that is 9 points, and according to my calculator here, 9 times 4 is 36. So yes, I got a perfect score of 36. Now, the reason I wanted to come in first place in this was, of course, so I could see this kick-ass video. That is, of course, the castle from Super Mario 64. And actually, on the Royal Raceway course, you can actually drive to this castle, which is really interesting. But of course, if you do drive to the castle, that does put you off course, and you're probably going to forfeit that lap, if not the entire race, based on your performance on coming. But of course, there is Bowser in first place, and then Yoshi and Luigi, who are in second and third, although I'm not sure which one is in which place until the little podium pops up. So awesome. That is just so awesome. They look good for 2D sprites. By today's standards, not so hot, but overall, for 2D sprites in a 3D environment, they do look pretty good. And of course, I got the gold cup. Hello, beautiful. Right, so that just about wraps up for this episode. Be sure to check back next time for the next episode of Let's Play Mario Kart 64.